It's Miss Catherine, and I'm back for another peanut lesson. Remember, lesson one, we talked all about ways to stay healthy and fight those germs. And we talked about how to wash our hands. We talked about when we should wash our hands during the day. And we also played a fun game so that we were understanding how long 20 seconds really was. Because remember, that's how long we're supposed to be washing our hands for. So I'm back for another lesson today, and we're talking all about MyPlate. Very, very important. For those of you that don't know, MyPlate has 5 different food groups, and we're going to talk all about those 5 food groups today, along with reading a really cool book to help us just understand the different foods in each food group. Remember, Peanut is the name of the program that I will be helping all of my friends understand about when it comes to nutrition and exercising. So today we're talking about the MUT part of Peanut. Remember, PE stands for physical education. NUT stands for nutrition. And nutrition is all of that yummy food that we put in our mouth that our bodies need to grow and stay strong. So Peanut stands for physical education and nutrition. Again, we're going to be talking about the second part of the word today. Every time we get together, we're going to talk about something really healthy. We're going to do a little exercise to get the wiggles out of our body. And I'm also going to share something at the end that I really enjoy eating, a yummy, tasty treat that I saved for the end of today's lesson, but I look forward to sharing it with you. Today we're going to take a few minutes to read a book called We Like to Eat. It's one of my favorite books, and I think it's a great way for us to see a little bit more about MyPlate and what it might look like. So, to the left side of this page, you'll see MyPlate. It has 5 different food groups. We have fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy, and protein. It's really, really colorful, so it's a helpful way for us to see how much of each food group we should be eating at every single meal. Be active your way every day. That's the most important part. So on the next page it says, like a car needs gas to run, we need to eat to grow and play. Let's take a look at MyPlate and see what we have to say. Patricia likes to eat oatmeal, and oatmeal is one of the food groups on the MyPlate. Oatmeal is in the grains food group. We can eat other foods in the grain group too, like cereal, rice, bread. One of my favorites is popcorn. It's a really yummy treat. Graham crackers, pretzels, and rice cakes. That's another great food in the MyPlate, on MyPlate in the grain food group. Can you think of any other foods that are in the grain food group that maybe we didn't mention or aren't in the picture? One of my favorites are pretzels. I love pretzels. It looks like another picture on here that I didn't mention was pasta. Raise your hand if you like pasta. I got double hands up over here because pasta is my favorite. There's a lot of different shapes and colors in pasta, so it's really, really fun and easy to eat. On the next page, David said that he likes to eat potatoes. Potatoes are in the vegetable food group. We can eat other foods in the vegetable group like the ones in this picture too. It looks like there's carrots, zucchini, spinach, sweet potatoes, which are one of my favorite, red peppers, and yellow squash. Last time we were together, I tried carrots with you and they were super yummy, very crunchy and sweet. They're great snacks too. Can you think of a food that maybe isn't in this picture that you could think of that you enjoy eating? One of my favorites is cucumbers. I love cucumbers. They're really juicy and very, very crunchy. It's a great snack also. On the next page, Sarah says that she loves to eat cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is in the fruit group. We can eat other fruits. We can eat other foods in the fruit group like, what is in the picture? It looks like pineapples, bananas, strawberries, mangoes, apples, raisins, cantaloupe, and watermelon. I love fruit. Um, can you think of something that's not in the picture that you really enjoy? Something that I think of are raspberries and blueberries and blackberries. They're all in the berry family, just like the strawberries in the picture. But I love eating berries. They're even great when you mix them into other foods to make a delicious and yummy snack. Anna likes to eat yogurt. Me too. You can eat other foods in the dairy food group too. Because remember, yogurt is in the dairy food group. There's cheese and milk and yogurt, cottage cheese, yummy. Can we think of anything else? I love cheese. I love string cheese. It's a yummy snack and it's really, really convenient. You could take it on the go, or you could just eat it when you're at home as a nice snack. Pack it in your lunch for school too. Anything else that you can think of? Not as many dairies as there are in the other food groups, but dairy is really, really yummy. Daniel likes to eat beans. Beans are in the protein food group. Can you think of other foods in the protein food group? Some in the picture are fish, peanut butter, lentils, nuts, eggs, chicken. What else? Can you think of something else in the protein food group that's not pictured? Hot dogs and hamburgers are really, really yummy. Those are in the protein food group too. It looks like there's a can of fish, but you could also have different types of fish. You could have salmon or tilapia. Those are really yummy, and they're not always in a can. So that's a great source of protein. Patricia, David, Sarah, Anna, and Daniel like to play and be active too, in their own way, every single day. We like eating different foods, as you can see, for running and playing, as fun can be. So remember, we need to eat healthy and eat yummy snacks that are in the 5 food groups and on the MyPlate so they give us the energy that we need to do our favorite activities. Remember, being active, you can do a lot of different things. So it's important to be creative. Do you play a favorite sport or a favorite activity? I love running, and I recently got a new bike, so I love riding my new bike all over town. Remember though, we want to be safe. One of my favorite parts of this book was how we talked at the beginning about how your body's kind of like a car. You need fuel to be able to move and stay healthy and keep yourself active. So the fuel for our bodies is food. And remember, fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy, and protein are the 5 food groups to make sure that we stay healthy and strong. I also mentioned how much I love to stay active, and I really enjoy riding my bike and running. But can you think of an activity that maybe you really like to do? Remember, we play a lot of sports, and some of us might be on a team with friends after school, but can you think of an activity that's not a sport? Because I know there's a lot of fun sports out there. Some of my friends have mentioned that they have a trampoline in the backyard. That's a great workout, and you can do it for a really long time. It's also great to do with friends. Can anybody think of something else? What else might we do? Sometimes there's just fun exercises like sit-ups or push-ups. Some of us might like to lift weights and get really, really strong because there's so many fun activities. Also, it's a great way to hang with our friends and family because that's also something that we can do together. Something else we talked about last time we were together was water. Water is really, really important, and we need to drink as much as possible because when we're doing all of these activities and sports and fun ways to move our body, We want to make sure that we're drinking water because we get really, really thirsty. Something else that happens to me is I sweat. Whew! I sweat a lot when I'm exercising and moving my body, so that's why it's important to drink a lot of water. I even have a water bottle right here just to make sure that I'm drinking a lot while I talk. Something else that's really, really important that I think about when I'm exercising is my heart. My heart beats really, really fast when I move really, really quickly, so it's important to be aware of what our bodies are doing. And again, drink lots of water to stay healthy. All this talk about exercising and fun ways to move our body makes me want to move my body. So I'm going to go to the next page because we're going to do a fun activity. This is a Fitbit that helps us move. But first, we want to make sure that we're being safe. If you have space to stand up, make sure you give yourself a little bit of room, maybe push the chair to the side that you were sitting in, and give yourself enough space because we're going to get our wiggles out and we're going to do something fun to move our bodies and also think about stuff that we talked about in the book. So we want to talk about the 5 food groups. So let me start by saying again that MyPlate has 5 food groups: fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy, and protein. Today's little Fitbit activity is going to be focusing on fruits, okay? Remember, we want to make sure that we're being safe, so make sure that you give yourself enough space and your chair is pushed to the side so you can stand and follow along. I'm going to be naming different types of fruits. Some of my favorite, some of your favorites, some that maybe you've never even heard of, but I'm going to tell you what color they are. And if the color of that fruit matches something that you're wearing, you get to move. It's really, really fun, okay? So it's important that we turn our listening ears on and our eyes are open to be safe and have fun with friends. So let's get started. The first fruit I want to mention is kiwi. Kiwi is a really yummy fruit. There's skin on the fruit, but sometimes we don't think it's a good idea to eat the skin. Also, there's little black seeds, and it's green. It's really pretty green. So remember, if you're wearing something that has green on it, let's get moving. I'll give you a second. You can look at your socks, your shirt, your pants. I want to get moving. So if you have something green on, let's just start by marching in place. How about for 10 seconds? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. I'm glad that you were able to move with me. Remember, it was kiwi, and kiwi's a pretty green. The next fruit that I'm thinking of are blueberries. I mentioned that being one of my favorite fruits earlier. They're really, really small, and they are blue. So, if you're wearing something blue, you may follow along. Let's move a little quicker this time. So the first time I mentioned we're going to march in place, now I want to jog in place. Remember, we're not running around. We want to be safe. So stay in that one spot, and we're going to jog in place for 10 seconds. Ready? Set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. So, do you feel your heart beating a little faster? Some of you might be sweating. Some of us might be breathing a little heavier. But that's because we're moving our bodies and we're staying active. So that's a great sign. The next fruit I'm thinking about is, let's see, strawberries. Love strawberries. They're so, so yummy. There's a little bit of stem on the top that we won't eat. They're really, really pretty red with little speckled seeds on the outside, and they're really, really juicy in the summer. So let's check. Are we wearing anything red? Do we have anything on that's the same color as a strawberry? If it is, let's do knee kicks. I love knee kicks. They're really, really fun. We're going to put our hands like this, and we're going to knee kick. It's kind of hard to see in the screen, but I can adjust it. Let's see. Knee kicks. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I need right now? Water. You have water right now? You can grab it and take a big sip because we're exercising today and it feels good, my friends. All right, what's another fruit? Feel free to write one down in the chat if you're thinking of a yummy fruit. How about, bananas. Yummy, yummy. What color are bananas? Yellow. Yellow. Sometimes they're green, but we want to wait a little bit longer if they're green because they're not ready to eat just yet. Do we eat the skin out of banana? No, we peel the banana. We eat the inside, the yellow part. So, let's pretend like we are holding a hula hoop. I love hula hoops. We're holding a hula hoop and we gotta wiggle those hips. We're gonna do that for 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, that felt really, really good. I think we have time for one more fruit. How about grapes? I love grapes. My favorite are the green grapes. Are you wearing green? Do you have anything on your body that is green right now? Because if you do, we can do a movement together. Let's kind of start to relax now. Let's try to slow down because our heart's beating really fast from all those other movements. How about we just do a neck roll for 10 seconds? Remember, we're being safe and have enough space around us to move. So for 10 seconds, let's do a little neck roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right, nice job, friends. I'm glad that we're being safe and having fun. The last part of today's lesson is our healthy snack. So I have a snack here in front of me, and I want to give you a few hints, okay? Before we go and see what the fruit is that I have here, I want to give you a couple hints about what it looks like, what it tastes like, and what it might feel like. So, it is in the fruit food group. So, we talked about the 5 food groups, and this food is in the fruit food group. Fruit group. Okay? This has a skin, but we peel the skin off, so we don't want to eat the skin. It's not a good idea for our tummies. So, it's big, it's round, it has skin, very, very juicy. And sometimes they have seeds in the middle of it, inside when you peel it open. Can you guess? Could be a few different things, but I'll give you one last hint. It's orange. Do you know what it is? You guessed it! It's an orange. So the orange is an orange. Or the orange is orange. It's really, really yummy. And it's one of my favorite fruits. So I mentioned you can peel the skin so you don't eat that part, the outside part. You could have an adult or a family member cut it and eat it like this. Kind of looks like a smiley face, doesn't it? You could eat it like that. Or one of my favorite ways to eat this, sometimes I like to put it in my water. It's so yummy in water because it gives it a little bit of fruit sweetness and it's kind of like a treat. So I just tore this. So yummy. See how I didn't eat the skin of it? I want to make sure I'm putting that to the side. So I encourage you to try an orange, or maybe have another one if you've already had one before. I encourage you to try the orange and share it with a friend because it's really, really yummy. You can see the picture in the middle too. Some of my friends might drink it. Have you ever had orange juice before? I have it for breakfast sometimes, and it's really, really yummy. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. But we'll be back together very shortly for a lesson 3 together, and I'm really excited for what's ahead. In the meantime, why don't you have some friends and family talk about the 5 food groups? You can share with them some of your favorite foods in the food groups on MyPlate, and you can hear what theirs are. Remember, 5 food groups: fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy, and protein. I look forward to hearing more about it. Bye, everyone.